Hello, hello, hello. It is the DE Diva, aka the Delaware blogger, and welcome to episode number 110. That's right, 110 episodes. Happy October. That's right, we are in the month of October. We said so long September. And if you signed up for my newsletter, you know I talked about some of the great podcasting episodes, as well as blog posts, as well as the story in the type 2 diabetes national campaign that I had an opportunity to share my story of being a type 2 diabetic. So if you have not signed up to subscribe to Dell Blogger. Make sure that you do that so that you don't miss any of the blog posts. And definitely, you should be subscribing to my YouTube channel and sharing it with your family and friends, as well as the podcast. So, again, welcome to episode number 110 of Podcasting Your Purpose. And today's topic, we're going to talk about college conversations. That's right. I am a proud alum of Delaware State College. At the time when I graduated in 1983, it was Delaware State College. It is now Delaware State University, Del State. Matter of fact, it was mentioned on a national platform just the other day on Tuesday. Whew, if you had an opportunity to listen to the first presidential debate with Trump and Biden, then you heard Trump tell Biden, you said you went to Dell State and you didn't. No, he did not go to Dell State College, Dell State University. He received an honorary doctorate from Delaware State. So just take our name out of your mouth, whatever. But he went to University of Delaware. But we're talking about college conversations. And again, I was a student of a college, and I remember how much fun it was to be with family and friends. And that's what it felt like when you went to an HBCU, which is a historically Black college or university. It was like family. It was an extension of your family. You would leave your home, you would go on the yard. For those of you, that's called campus, walking around, again, for the non-HBCU members. But you'd walk the yard, you'd see friends, you say hi. You just felt like it was an extension of your family. We were always out and about having fun. I'm looking at pictures here, but now it's so different. College in the era of COVID-19. Oh my gosh, that has to be so different. First and foremost, I think about the little guys, the little kids in elementary school and middle school who are now on Zoom conference calls. It's amazing. I remember years ago when Zoom used to be fun. It was, great to get a Zoom call. Now people try to avoid Zoom calls. It's like, oh God, another Zoom call, Zoom, 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 Zoom. I'm Zooming all day long. And I remember the show, Zoom, 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 Zoom. And speaking of Zoom, 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 and check out my new green screen. That's right. I actually wanted to do the virtual background, so you don't have to always see my book and my artwork on the wall. So I bought one of those pop-up green screens. Never again. I almost busted my chin trying to fold it and put it back. So I looked online, went on Amazon, and I'll leave you the affiliate link, which I already posted on my Facebook page. But I got just a 5x7 green screen. It's just fabric. And what I did was I punched holes at the top. I used the shower curtain hooks to put in those holes. And then I used a standard curtain rod and those command strips to hold up the to hold up the rod, because I didn't want to damage my wall. And there it is. So I just pull it out when I need to do a green screen. Pull it back, and then I do the virtual. Actually, it looks better. I'm not going to get up to do that. But again, you never turn your back to the camera. Anyway, and then you pull that across, and then you can do the virtual screen with anything. I've created a lot of virtual backgrounds on Canva. It's great. And then when I don't want that green screen there, I just push it away, and my wall is, the way it is in my office. So check it out. I'll leave the links to all the affiliate products that I purchased on Amazon. And don't forget, Amazon Prime is on the 13th and 14th. So start loading up your cart today so that you'll be ready to push that button on the 13th and 14th with all those other deals you're going to find. And I'm going to do a blog post about some podcasting equipment that I use, and I'll provide those links as well. But let's get back to college conversations. So yesterday, I had another opportunity to talk to my son's fraternity brother, and I was asking him, what's it like to be on the yard, again, on the campus with COVID, the self-isolation or not. A lot of these students are getting in trouble because they're having parties. What is it like to now be on campus in COVID-19 days? Because again, you're not out and about. You can't have conversations. You can't walk around. Everything is masked up. Nobody really wants to talk too much in that mask because your breath is coming back and begins to stink, all that other good stuff. So again, what's going on now, with the college campuses? I normally speak to students at Dell State, and I will be again on the 14th and also on the 22nd, but everything is going to be virtual. And if you've ever seen me speak, I'm very, very animated. You can kind of see that with my hands moving now. But I like to get in, around, touch, feel, see people, and that's completely different. But I'm going to be talking to them about social media savvy. But what I want you guys to think about is starting a podcast. If you're a college student and you want to connect with others, you can do it with a podcast. And I know you're self-isolated, so you're going to have to use things like Zoom or, freeconferencecall.com, Skype. You could do that way when you want to interview other guests. You can literally record a Q&A, so you can send on, and text the message, text the questions, and have the person send you the responses via an MP3, and then you can edit them using like GarageBand or Audacity or whatever the case may be to create an episode on Anchor FM, which is also another great option because they have a feature called Record with Friends. So you can literally call them up, have that conversation, create that podcast, upload it, and share it with others. So again, this is a great way for college students to connect, college conversations, because again, this is so unique in this COVID pandemic. This COVID community is making college campuses lonely and isolated, but you don't want to be lonely and isolated because the whole purpose of going away to college is not just to get that degree, but it's to connect with people, learn about other people's culture, learn about other people's thoughts and minds, and just interact. And now you can't do that. So, try a podcast. Really, really, really think about starting a podcast with like-minded people, study groups, whatever, cultural issues, whatever, race, religion, politics. Try to stay away from politics. Oh boy. But anywho, you know what I'm talking about. Find topics of interest: fashion, fun, food, fitness, meditation, inspiration, motivation. Using your voice, your vision, and your mission, you can literally change someone's life. So if you're a college student, if you're an alum of college, shout out to Dell State and shout out to Dwayne, who is working on the DSU Connect, which is it's going to be a great way to connect the alumni with the students. Again, it's all about connecting. Those connections that you make in college, oh my gosh, they will last a lifetime, even if you don't pledge a fraternity or a sorority. And I've got pictures in here when I pledged in 1981. I'm not even going to show you. I'm going to show it to you. Hold on. Can you see that? Where is it? See, that's me. Can you see that's me? That was me in 1981. Oh my gosh, how time changes, And yes, our yearbook was in black and white. Don't even try it. So again, starting a podcast on the campus, starting a podcast on the yard is a great way to connect. And I want to shout out to everyone who's attended the EC Podcast Media Knowledge Academy. We've gone through, oh my gosh, so many modules. And tonight is number 10. Daryl is going to be talking about how to effectively host a podcast guest. So this chimes right in with today's episode. Last night, I talked about how to effectively promote your podcast using social media. And I talked about the various social media platforms, but also communities and forums and groups. And again, we are humans. We're very communal. We're not meant to be solo isolated. So that's why, find a medium, whether it's podcasting or blogging, as a way to connect with others, to share, to grow. And again, send an email to me. Let me give you my email address. Send an email to me, info@ablakeenterprises.com, so we can get you scheduled for your 30-minute complimentary discovery call, so we can talk about what it is that you want to talk about. What podcast is what topic do you want for your podcast? We talk about your description, your intro, your outro, music, setting it up, scheduling it. We talk about planning, because if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And you get, as part of the coaching, is the Podcasting Your Purpose resource guide. And the great thing about this, again, I talk about podcasting pointers. Find and follow your audience. That's one. Using hashtags. We talked about that last night, and some of the popular hashtags for podcasters. And speaking of which, happy International Podcast Day yesterday. But you remember, I said I'm only coming over here on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I mean it. I'm going to try to stick with my schedule, especially as this the fourth quarter of 2020. So we talk about the use of images, why we always want to have an image in anything that we post, as well as sound. The quality has to be good. Are you going to be using your phone? Are you going to be using a condenser mic? Remember, we're going to talk about this, and I'm going to list this also. It's in here, but I'm going to list this for the Amazon Prime. This is a great, great investment as well, and it's not that expensive. Promoting old episodes, repurposing. That's what I'm going to be talking about next Tuesday in the EC Podcast Media Knowledge Academy. I'm going to talk about repurposing your content and checking your analytics. Find out when people are listening to you, when they're going to your website, when they're going to your blog. So this book contains a lot of information, including those pointers there that I mentioned. And that is again, this coaching session is 2 hours, and we break it into 4 30-minute sessions, and you will get a lot of information. So I'm going to leave that. Now I'm going to let you go. I'm also working on pitching your podcast. You want to pivot, you want to make a profit with your podcast. So I'm working on that new ebook. So that'll be available soon. And that's going to be, that's probably going to be a freebie, just to give you an idea of ways that you can monetize your podcast. Okay. So that's coming soon. I'm finished that up this weekend. And again, if you are interested in the mini coaching session, it's 30 minutes, 4 sessions, 30 minutes. You get the Zoom call, you get checklist, you get homework, you get information, you get 30 days of unlimited access to me, texting, emailing, calling, even all of that. You get the Podcasting Your Purpose resource guide. You also will get membership into the Podcasting Your Purpose Facebook group, and got some free samples coming around. So check that out. So send an email to me. I'll give you my email address one more again, so that you can sign up for your 30-minute complimentary discovery call, and or sign up for the Podcasting Your Purpose coaching session. Make sure you find and follow me on all my social media platforms using the Linktree ID Dell Blogger, because that's where you can find my podcast, my blog, my Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, all of that. And on Saturday, every Saturday on Anchor FM, the Delaware Blogger Podcast, I give more podcasting pointers. And I'm looking for sponsors for that show. So if you are a small business owner, or you're a business owner and you're looking for more exposure, especially during these times when everyone is still masked up, still self-quarantine, self-isolating, you need to get some ears and eyes on your business, your product or service. Let me know. I have great sponsorship packages and opportunities, not only on my Anchor FM platform, but also on the Blog Your Way to a Business Profit. Let me show you that. Blog Your Way to a Business Profit podcast is blogging tips and trends that help you to turn your blog from a jobby, from a hobby to a jobby. And that's what we talked about on the blog. So I do have sponsorships available. Send an email to me at info@ablakeenterprises.com. So this is going to be a great weekend. I've got some more product reviews to do. I've got this smartwatch here. Let me show you. I'm going to review this smartwatch here. Checking it out. I'm doing it because I got to get healthy. So it's exercise, and it tells me to get up and walk. I don't want a blogger's butt sitting here all day long. So if you're looking for a way to connect with other college students, college conversations, podcasting is a great way to do it. So until the next time, stay smart, stay safe, and stay social, still from a distance, because I will see you in cyberspace. See ya. It's the DE Diva, aka the Delaware blogger, and I'm wishing you a wonderful Thursday. Be thankful. A wonderful Friday, the first Friday of the fall, and I will see you next Tuesday. But don't forget, read my blog and listen to my podcast. See ya. Have a beautifully blessed day. Bye-bye.